Japan, the land of the rising sun, is definitely one of a kind and no doubt one of the best tourist destinations all over the world. It offers a remarkable mix of cutting-edge technology, avant-garde entertainment, and mind-blowing historical influences. For this reason, the country is the ultimate haven to visit for anyone who wants to experience diverse adventures. However, given the overwhelming options of alluring landmarks and sites to visit in Japan, selecting the places to go can be very challenging. As a result, consider this list of the top 10 sites to visit while in Japan. Number 10. Chubu Sangaku National Park in Fukuoka. Japan is home to a plethora of outstanding natural beauty sites, most of which are World Heritage Sites and national parks. And one of the country's top boasted tourism sites is the Chubu Sangaku National Park, which is located in central Honshu. Nestled in the park's central and northern regions is an array of mountains that is collectively referred to as the Japanese Alps, or the Haida Mountains as what most of the locals would call it. This region features some of the tallest mountains in Japan, including Yari, which is a 3,180-meter peak, and Hotaka, which is a 3,190-meter peak. Just like Central Europe's Alps, the Japanese Alps feature a picturesque landscape and mesmerizing snow caps in the winter. In that case, the region attracts climbers and walkers in the summer, while people keen on skiing come during the winter. Number 9. Fukuoka Castle. If you want to savor the historical culture of Japan, you should consider visiting one of the country's oldest architecture, such as the Fukuoka Castle ruins. This medieval castle was first built in the 16th century, but was devastated post-Meiji Restoration as a sign of opposition to the feudal system. Nowadays, only the ruins of the once majestic castle remain, along with the grand entrance gate and a turret. Tourists mainly visit the area for the scenic surroundings, leafy walking paths, and mesmerizing views around the Naka River. Moreover, the area is especially stunning during the spring at the time when the cherry blossoms are fully bloomed. Furthermore, Fukuoka is also home to another notable attraction, which is the Hakata Canal City, a canal that runs through the entire complex that houses hotels, shops, a theater, and some restaurants. Number 8. Sapporo, Hokkaido. Situated on the northmost island of Japan, Hokkaido, a city in Sapporo, boasts an array of exciting adventures for tourists to enjoy. The city offers everything from exhilarating outdoor sports to state-of-the-art culinary specialties. Hokkaido, the largest city on the island, is a notable hub for cultural events. In fact, the city has been an exceptional host for various cultural festivals and activities. The city also features distinctive food menus featuring some of the best local foods and traditional Japanese cuisine. Moreover, Hokkaido houses a number of tourist destinations you can enjoy, including an array of galleries, museums, and parks. Thus, if you don't get the chance to experience skiing or doing the most popular outdoor adventures in the region, you can tour the indoor locations mentioned instead. Number 7. Koyasan Okunuin. Although a cemetery might not sound like the most glamorous attraction to visit, the Koyasan Okunuin in Japan is really an exception. This highly visited pilgrimage spot is considered one of the most sacred places in the country, given that it houses the tomb of Kobo Daishi, the founder and leader of Shingon Buddhism. Daishi is one of the most significant figures in the Buddhist history of Japan. It is believed that he sits in an unending meditation as he waits for the forthcoming Buddha. Thus, people who visit his tomb in Koyasan Okunuin do the same in a request for salvation in this earthly life. As you enter the cemetery, you will pass over 200,000 tombstones before reaching Kobo Daishi's mausoleum. You will also walk through a path leading to the offering hall of Gokusho, where you can pray and make offerings. In the cemetery, you will also find the Gobyobashi Bridge, a part that separates the most sacred area from the rest of the cemetery. In this area, you will be welcomed with the Miraku Stone and the Torondo Hall, the main worship area fronting the mausoleum. Number 6. Matsumoto Castle in Nagano. While Japan is a sanctuary for hundreds of stunning historic castles, none of them is quite as spectacular as the Matsumoto Castle in Nagano. The medieval castle was constructed from 1592 until 1614, making it one of the oldest castles behind Matsu Castle, Maruoka Castle, and Inuyama Castle, the oldest castle in Japan. The castle welcomes visitors with fascinating historic influences. Moreover, the castle has kept its wooden interiors, which gives the entire structure a medieval feel. Matsumoto Castle is included in the 5 castles that are regarded as Japan's national treasures. Given the significance of the attraction to the culture of the country, it is definitely a place worth visiting. Number 5. Kyoto. If you ask Japanese people which place in Japan foreigners should visit, most of them are likely going to mention Kyoto. This historic city offers a distinctive charm, thus making it one of the top visited cities in Japan. The majority of tourists enjoy touring around Kyoto for its age-old architecture and primitive streets, which are mostly unchanged for over 1,000 years. The city is also filled with art galleries and museums where some of the country's most important paintings, sculptures, and other forms of art can be found. The architecture around Kyoto is mostly influenced by Buddhism. You can find numerous preserved temples and sacred structures such as the Golden Pavilion. Some of the most important landmarks in Kyoto include the 17th century Nijo Castle, the AD 794 Kyoto Imperial Palace, and the Bamboo Grove in Arashiyama. 4. Imperial Palace in Tokyo. Aside from Kyoto, you can also find another age-old imperial palace in Japan's capital city, Tokyo. The palace is hailed as one of the most famous landmarks in the city, given its exceptionally beautiful beauty and panoramic surrounding views. The Imperial Palace features medieval parks that are circled by moats and walls. In addition, the palace also boasts the mesmerizing East Gardens, which is a popular attraction to the public. Moreover, one of the must-see spots around Tokyo's Imperial Palace is the Nijubashi Bridge, also called the Double Bridge. To make the most of the experience, you can join one of the free guided tours offered to tourists who want to explore the surrounding areas of the Imperial Palace in the city. Number 3. Nara City. Just like Kyoto, Nara is one of the top answers to come up with if you ask Japanese people for suggestions for the best places to visit in the country. This is because Nara City is a haven for some of the most treasured Japanese cultural pieces and architecture. Nara features numerous historical buildings, along with time-worn art pieces and traditional treasures. Additionally, the city also bears some of the country's most significant medieval temples, including the Kofuku-ji Temple and the Todaiji Temple. Further, the Todaiji Temple of Nara is home to the Great Buddha Hall, the largest timber architecture in the world. Number 2. Osaka Castle. Osaka Castle is undoubtedly a breathtaking structure that you don't normally get the chance to witness in your daily life. This famous landmark is a highly coveted destination for many tourists across the world. Situated in Osaka, the second largest commercial area in the country next to Tokyo, the Osaka Castle was originally constructed in 1586 by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a famous warrior and legislator. Over the years, the castle has been wrecked and rebuilt multiple times. However, the last building of the castle was done in 1931, and the finished construction is preserved to date. Moreover, around Osaka's Castle Park, you can find the Hokoku Shrine and the Shitenyo-ji Temple, the oldest temple in Japan. Number 1. Mount Fuji. Your trip to Japan is never complete if you don't get to witness the jaw-dropping beauty of Mount Fuji, the country's highest peak. The majestic mountain lies 3,776 meters above sea level, making it the 7th highest peak in the world. The peak has been celebrated for centuries in literature and art, and is now recognized by UNESCO for its significance in world culture. Moreover, Mount Fuji is also regarded as a pilgrimage site in Japan. In fact, it is one of the country's top 3 sacred mountains alongside Mount Tate and Mount Haku. If you are adventurous enough, you can choose to start climbing the mountain from the base. Meanwhile, as most people do, you can also choose to start climbing the mountain halfway, at the 5th station. On the other hand, if climbing the majestic mountain is too much for you, you can choose to witness Mount Fuji's beauty at a distance. There is definitely more to include in this list of best spots to visit in Japan. However, if you want to get the ultimate Nippon experience, don't miss out on the places mentioned in this guide. If you could only visit one place in Japan, which one would it be and why? Leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome updates.